Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Washington State Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
This is a bright and beautiful day, but I can tell you the temperature is chilly. Not always used to these kind of temperatures here. They are ready to have some heaters on the sideline. I see players trying to warm their hands. Particularly important for the wide receivers. They do have gloves on, and the quarterbacks trying to keep their hands warm. We'll see how it impacts the passing game here today. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. So Washington State's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Gonna run it. It's Hobbs. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Zings it complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Throwing Matthews. Got a man. It's Hobbs. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, the ground game. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Beavers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior running back. What a game he had last time out. More than 200 yards and a score. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glass. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Beavers will punt this one away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Matthews. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Hobbs. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To throw, it's Matthews. Swings it out to the flat. And that last completion left a mark. 3rd and even longer coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Washington State will have to boot it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, Washington State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. The run inside. It's Glass. Makes it past the marker. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. It's Jefferson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. period will be a second down. Throwing Matthews. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hobbs. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. Washington State sends out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Let's take just a second here and look big picture for Oregon State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive...
Wide open on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's
looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Beavers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They go play action with Matthews. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Matthews. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now on the counter. And he could not get loose on the run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Beavers using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Jefferson. The spin, still on his feet. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 9 team, the Kansas State Wildcats.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Beavers want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Throwing Matthews. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Snags it, and he's open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. The 30, the 20. The pick six, he picks it in. Touchdown, Cougars.
And after that critical pick six, this game feels a whole lot different. That quarterback is kicking himself right now. He knew after that drive it started so well, they had an opportunity, David, to add to their lead and feel a whole lot more comfortable. It just takes one play, and all of a sudden, the opponent is right back in this thing.
And the defense had to have a play. They had to have something go their way. They had to get a stop. Not only do they get the stop and say, hey, we're going to limit the damage, they get the turnover. They get the touchdown. This game just got completely flipped. This defense made the play they had to make.
Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He wants to change this route. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Right back to it. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll take a shot. Incomplete into the end zone, but I think this offense is going to get nabbed for a penalty. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He slides that just inside the right upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the... To start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Looking for a gap. It's Hobbs. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. As we wind our way toward the end of this one, gives us a minute to check out the Week 12 scoreboard and the top 12 teams in the country and how things are going there. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Give to the running back. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Matthews. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Washington State will have to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Makes the catch. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to the well. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Beavers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Got his man on the right. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The give to the single back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just feeds the running back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands and make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throwing Matthews. Tight end finds a soft spot. Turning on the Jets. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Matthews. Fires to the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Matthews from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. They're already in field goal range. They've got time to take some shots. Need to be urgent, but don't rush. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Matthews. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Running inside. It's Hobbs. Maybe some room. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has